to another video of Don't Worry It's Boring. I went back to my previous episodes and man, like my early days, I used to be funny, but I got boring as hell. So I'm gonna play some Minecraft and attempt to be funny and to be an architect and build some shit, alright. No, oh, wait, hold up. No, we definitely gotta go with that. Yeah, straight up, right there. No, yeah, nothing else. Not even gonna look. Actually, you might as well look. Ooh. Oh, I don't know what looks. Wait, hold up. Oh, I don't know. I think I should stick with the no hot. No, hold up. We got this one. Yeah, nah, I don't know. Hold up, no. We're gonna go with the kawaii. Bro, right there. Hold up, right there. That's perfect. Yeah, right there. I got some grills. You don't want any facial hair. Arms? What the fuck? I don't have to pay for that or something. Yeah, we'll definitely go with that. A peg leg. About that. We gotta go, like, super short. No, we'll just go super tall. Straight up. Those gays, fuck. Bro, I was kind of digging that. Yeah, straight up, just like undies. Hold up, we gotta change that one. Yeah, right there. We don't want headwear. I'm just stick with this. Alright, we're gonna play. No. Get this out of there. I don't know what that is. I don't care. Yeah, bread. We're gonna do creative. Yeah, turn off for terrific. That's good. Does it matter if we're on creative? Starting map, don't need a bonus chest. World type. Old, I don't know what that is. Friendly fire. I don't need fucking coordinates. We're just gonna create this shit. Minecwaft. Mining away. I don't know what the mines, I'm just gonna mine anyway. I think it's how it goes, something like that. I'm gonna map. Get that, oh no. Get that shit out of here. Alright, so it's been a while since I've played this game. So we're just gonna I don't think I haven't played in, I don't know, too long, man. Man, excuse me and my rudeness. Okay, the controls are the same. We don't want that swampy shit. We don't want that desert shit either. Did that baby goat... Can you please tell me, did that baby goat just eat that adult goat's ass out? Okay. Damn, you into some kinky shit. You just did it again! Damn. Got a kinky ass goat. Better be a freak. That's a fucking thought goat. That pumpkin. That better be pumpkin. Pumpkin, pumpkin. Merry Halloween. Goddamn sheep. What made water? Fish? You can see the fish now? Can you kill him? Bro, that. Didn't even know that was a thing. Hello, flower. Flowers. I just witnessed those two butt, and then it just went shit out a goddamn chick without laying an egg. And then the mother got a divorce and took custody of the child and started walking away. And the father just sat there and stared at a tree as he cried on the inside. Alright, I see a cat. Hello, I'm God. What is this? Oh. Well. Where's my mohawk? You know, it doesn't even matter. It looks better this way. How do I inventory? Okay. What in the fuck? Hello, children. I am God. Feast your eyes upon my unworldly charm. I just went instant, bro. I help village. I am God. Fear me. I will give you gift, but in return I burn down village. You know, fuck that. We gotta get the food. Make sure that bitch dies too. Oh, it's on fire. Okay, good. Oh, don't worry. You're not immune. Hold up. I got you, fam. What the fuck? Oh, planks, bro. Why does that have to be so confusing? No, bro, you're good. Just chill there. Get off that goddamn pedestal. Bro, you're burning. Don't think you're getting out of it. Just let you burn to death in there. And, you were the house that will not get burned. Even though these kind of lived a little bit. That one didn't really start up. I'm not a very forgiving God. Alright. Let's go to the mountains. I like the mountains. Get out of here, ice biome. We don't want you. Alright. What is birch tree? Birch tree. Birch of the smirch. Just people. For warning, ignore my dumb. Yes. This is what we want. This is what we want right here. With this cool ass. Okay, that kind of looks a little gay. We want it. We're just gonna disappear. Wait, hold up. Can I like? You can only do that We do not want your existence. What is this? A netherite sword. Bitch. What? I will try a lantern. It's brighter. Why am I just like moving on my own? I swear they say Elliot. 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 It's like, bro, shut the fuck up. No one cares. Bwop. Bwop. Oh, you can hang it. Oh shit, bet. Ow! What in the fuck? We don't want your gravel ass. Alright. Let's just collect these mofs. Bro, I feel like I'm like an acid trip. You all don't understand. Yeah, I'm not about to go ham on. I really want to, but like, y'all gonna think I'm gay. I don't care. Plus, probably none of you are interested about drugs. You know, a lot of people think drugs are bad. Yes, no. We take drugs on a regular basis. Every human does. You know, you got your modern medicine. Those are drugs. You know, like man-made products and shit. What in the hell's going on there? Oh my god! I swear, every animal wants to eat each other's asses out. Anyway, you guys are right and wrong in your own ways. Medicine, like vitamins and shit, are, how should I put this? Bad, but good for you at the same time. It's kind of hard to explain. I'm not gonna go into a bunch of science but you know, a lot of people, you know, drugs like crack, cocaine. Yeah, hell no. Stay away from that shit. That shit's a no-no. You know, definitely you don't want to fuck with that shit. That shit's hella nasties for your bod. And I'm all about keeping my body in shape and healthy. Because I just love being healthy condition. It makes me feel good. I got energy. I can do shit, you know. Run around. You know, do crazy shit. Anyway, basically things like I'm gonna teach you all a little lesson here. People think, you know, stuff like we're gonna talk about a bit of marijuana. I'm not 100% sure on why marijuana is illegal. I'm pretty sure I have an idea, but I'm not going to say because I do not know if I'm right, because it is what I was told. Someone told me, that's why. And all because someone tells you something does not mean they are right, people. That is another lesson. All because someone tells you something, that does not mean it's right. So the human mind is a very, very interesting organ. I've done so much research on neuroscience, and the human brain tends to latch on to things it is told by people it admires. For instance, your mother, your father, your siblings, they tell you this. And then when someone tells you that you are wrong, your opinion, because it kind of is an opinion when someone tells you something and you don't know for a fact. I shouldn't say it's really an opinion, it's just kind of an unguided understanding, I guess. But anyway, when someone tells you you're wrong, human mind tends to get very aggressive and angered, and the chemicals that are activated when in a survival situation, I'm talking like when you are being attacked and someone's like about to kill you, you're about to be eaten by a lion, those chemicals are released when someone tells you you are wrong, and that's why humans get mad at each other when someone says, no, you're wrong, this is the right answer. People are like, what the fuck are you talking about? And you get all pissed and you get defensive. That's just how the human mind works. It's okay. I do it sometimes. I'm egotistical. Every human has an ego, whether you like it or not. I have an ego. I'm egotistical sometimes. It's just something that is very, 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 very hard to learn, to control. People like Buddhist monks try to learn to suppress the human mind and the ego and the primal state, because when you're in that state of survival, and angered and all that, and those chemicals are being released, you're understanding, and you become narrow-minded, and you basically are like, everything that everyone tells you is wrong and that you are right, and that's basically your mentality that you will get. Even if you may be wrong, even if you are wrong, your mind still says you are right. Even if you are wrong, even if your information that you've been told is not correct. Amundo. That's just how it is. Human mind is very fascinating like that. But learning to kind of control that and understand when someone tells you, hey, like, what you've been taught and what you've learned is wrong, don't get angry. You can still say you might be wrong, but don't say they're right. Don't say they're right, don't say they're wrong. Have an understanding that they might be right, but you also might be right. But you don't know 100% sure, so you want to go do some research, your own understanding, and do your own research and find out. Don't just search it up on Google and be like, okay, that's the answer. No. Don't work like that. You got to go find some articles, something like that, a little bit of research, more than just, hey Google, what's the answer to this? Google's not always 100% right either, people. I know that kind of sounds crazy, but it's true. Google's not always right. So it's good to just do your own research, guys, instead of, believing what you're told. But anyway, we'll talk about a bit about marijuana. So, a lot of people believe marijuana is bad for you. Yes, no, you're correct and incorrect at the same time. I'll give you a lesson here. Marijuana, as you know, is a plant. Just like, cocaine, heroin, that all comes from a plant processed. Marijuana is straight from the plant. It's not processed like, the crack, heroin. I don't think that really has to matter. Anyway, basically, I read a article, not just this article, as I said, not to just read one, but go do, what is going on? It's like, alright, anyway, go do some research, and find that, and I found that, Jesus, I'm like, kind of focused here, and like, I found out what is happening. Can you not, dude? Like, anyway. Oh my god, stop. I found... Oh my god, that's annoying. Okay, so I found out there was research done on 4 people over the matter of years upon years upon years, about half their lifetime. And what they did, there was 4 test subjects. You had your everyday regular Joe that lived life and, did what he did. The next test subject was a smoker, someone who smoked cigarettes, right? He was a regular user of cigarettes, became addicted, blah, blah, blah. The next test subject was someone who smoked weed, who smoked weed on a regular basis. Adult, obviously, and legal. This was a legal test. The next person was someone who smoked cigarettes and marijuana regularly. So I'm going to go from the person with the worst lungs to the best lungs, like the healthiest. The person at the bottom of the list, the unhealthiest lungs, was the cigarette smoker, the guy who smoked cigarettes regularly. His lungs were utterly shattered. They were destroyed and just not in good condition at all. Very unhealthy. The second unhealthiest was the weed smoker and the cigarette smoker. His lungs were a little healthier than the weed smoker. I mean, not the weed smoker, than the cigarette smoker, but not by much. It wasn't a whole lot. His lung capacity was a little bit bigger, and what is going on here? I don't like that. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what I did here. Anyway, yeah, so he was the second unhealthiest. Dude with the third unhealthiest was the regular Joe Schmo, dude who didn't do anything. The dude at the top of the list, the dude who smoked weed. Now, it wasn't because his lungs were healthier, the weed smoker. His lungs technically weren't healthier. They were the weed smoker and the regular Schmo basically had the same lungs. The reason why they put the dude who smoked weed at the top of the list was only because his lung capacity was larger than the regular dude. His lung capacity was larger because, when you smoke, you're doing deep inhales. That caused his lungs to expand, so he had bigger lungs. So they just put him at the top of the list because it was basically a tie. So weed does not. You guys can do your own research because obviously you can't trust me. But weed does not hurt your lungs, people. It doesn't. It doesn't hurt your body in any way. Now, what I've heard from people was, when you're underage, your brain's still developing, weed can alter the way your brain develops in a slight manner by making you not be what you would have been completely. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a horrible thing, like you're a horrible person and turn into this, crackhead, or I wouldn't say that. It just alters the way that your brain kind of develops. You kind of might think a bit different, than a bit more, whatever, what have you. But people say it stunts your brain growth. I wouldn't say it stunts, because when you say stunt, you're saying it's halting. Stunt, stop. You're stunting the brain growth. I don't think that's true, because if you stunt the brain growth, it's stopping the brain, and you would literally be mentally disabled. Or at least that's my little theory. Anyway, but that's what I've heard. But what I've done research pretty recently, and this can't be said for 100% sure because it's just new information. I have read about 8 articles that came out this year that debunked the link to marijuana and brain growth being altered. That was research that I've done. I read about, I don't know if there was more, but I read about 8 articles on it, and they were all pretty relatively accurate, and like accurate as in they were all the same on their information, basically entailed and explained the same thing. So that was pretty, encouraging that they were accurate. But this is new information, so we can't say for 100% still, but we'll get there. Wait a couple years from now. But yeah, just a bit of information on that, and I want to talk about a bit about mushrooms, psilocybin mushrooms. So psilocybin mushrooms, if you don't know, the chemical formula inside psilocybin mushrooms is psyllin. Hence psilocybin, psyllin. Yeah, psyllin. Psyllin is what gets you high in not marijuana. THC is what gets you high in marijuana. Psyllin is what the psychedelic compound is in mushrooms. Now, way back then, I really want to say the 90s, but that's probably not the 90s, the 70s, somewhere around that time period, mushrooms became a thing. And they were being used as a party drug because things new, people were doing it, and people were getting scared because this new thing just came out, and when new things come out, people get scared because they don't understand it. Cigarettes back then, like cigarettes way back then, when they first came out, they weren't bad for you. Smoke as many you want, not bad for you, because no one knew about them. There wasn't research. Stuff just came out. People thought, oh, they're just good for you. They're not bad at all. But obviously they were wrong. They are horrible for your lungs. But anyway. But anyway, these mushrooms came out, and people were skeptical about them. And they're like, okay, it's kind of sus, right? I don't know if these are good for you or not. And like people like to do, they get scared. They make things illegal. They banned mushrooms, made them illegal because people didn't like hippies. Oh man. Hippies were using them, right? And people didn't like hippies. They were like, oh man, hippies are these druggies that do all this shit, right? It's so unhealthy, they're gonna die, blah blah blah, whatever, what have you. It's what they believe, shit like that, Anyway, so people were like, these are bad for you, right? So they just made them illegal, and they didn't have any research, anything that backed up saying that they were bad for you. But people were still scared, people were still skeptical about it, and they're like, okay, let's get rid of them. Years later, I promise you guys, you can again do your own research. Psilocybin mushrooms, have no negative effects on the human brain unless you use them in the wrong manner. Because you can hurt yourself if you use mushrooms incorrectly. Anyway, psilocybin mushrooms have been proven to help with things like PTSD, PTSD, go deeper. PTSD, anxiety. So what my understanding, it lowers the blood and the default networking, which is the part of your brain which deals with depression, anxiety, blah blah blah, negative stuffies. And this was for acid. I don't know if mushrooms do the same thing, but acid lowers the acid mushrooms are both psychedelic. Not the same, hell no. But it lowers the default networking in the brain, which that's the part of your brain with a bunch of negative stuffs. And basically it helps with all these things. And scientists are becoming more like, this shit ain't bad for you guys. And we're thinking about making it legal for people with PTSD, people who came out of service. As I said earlier, as long as you're not using it in a bad manner, because you can give yourself PTSD from mushrooms. As funny as that may sound, cures PTSD, causes PTSD. Yeah, you can get PTSD from mushrooms because of their psychedelic attribute. When you trip, you see things that you can't explain with words. You understand something when you do it, like acid. You understand something, but you can't explain what it is, because it's something that human words can't really explain. I'll get more into that. That's also another interesting topic. But anyway, sorry. Yeah, so mushrooms have been seen to help people with PTSD, and might be used here pretty soon as a healing property to help people PTSD, what have you, anxiety. Marijuana kind of does the same with anxiety, depression, pain. Marijuana has also been used for pain. I think you probably could use mushrooms for pain, or maybe like head injuries. I don't know, you'd have to do more research on that. I'd have to do more research. I don't think there's enough research, because here's the problem. We made mushrooms illegal, not doing research. Like, there's no research into them. I mean, there's obviously some research, like, with our scientific facilities here in America, with our facilities in America to do research and shit, since it's illegal, it's hard, really fucking hard, to do research on how mushrooms affect the human mind and body, because they're illegal. And we made them illegal before we even did any research into them at all. It's just very odd, I mean, alcohol and cigarettes kill people. They're so unhealthy for you. Nicotine gets you high for a couple seconds, right? And kills your fucking lungs. Destroys them. It's so bad for you. Yet, marijuana has all these healing properties that have been proven, and doesn't hurt your lungs, and gets you high for a couple hours, which benefits people who have pain issues. But it's illegal. It's just, moderation is a very odd thing, and people believe what they're told. And I get that can be good, but that can also be bad. Where's normal cobblestone, my guy? Is this it? No, it's smooth stone. But I don't know, man. It's people. It's how it is, you know. People don't understand. But that's quite all right, you know. People believe in what they want to believe. And what I was talking about earlier about understanding when you do like mushrooms and shit and acid, your brain understands something. If any of you have done mushrooms or acid, I'm not encouraging the use of any substances at all. I'm just stating facts and information. I'm not saying you should or shouldn't do these substances, so I'm just stating facts. But you know, humans, when people, I don't know if you guys have ever done these substances like acid and mushrooms, you understand something when you do them. You feel like you have a grasp and an understanding of something. Like you have a hold. Like you grabbed something by the testicles and you're like, I got you, bitch. And you just like, you understand something. You don't know what it is, but you just understand something. And I have my own little theories, and because I've been someone who has dabbled in what's called pushing the envelope, and I'm someone who hasn't done psychedelics, and pushing the envelope requires, or at least that's what people say requires, psychedelics. And I've pushed the envelope pretty damn far. And, you know, people say if you do, like, you know, acid a lot, you know, you start going insane, you start questioning your sanity, because you're pushing the envelope so far. I haven't done psychedelics, but my mind just has a grasp of that realm, that what I call the void. I can't really explain it. I try to explain as best I can. It's like, imagine sitting down in a chair and everything around you vanishes. All sound, all sights, everything, including your understanding of reality. You still have your memories and stuff, but you don't think about that. Your mind goes blank and you think about where you are, and everything around you is darkness, pure darkness, and all you see is yourself. I call that the void, and I've been to the void a couple times, and I've pushed the envelope very far. I had to stop for a while because I started questioning my sanity, because I started literally going insane from doing it so much. It was bad, because it can be reckoning on your mind to do such things, to question reality. If you all are religious, I recommend not listening to this. I'm not telling you your religion's wrong. All religions are right in their own way. That reality, that our spiritual self is immortal or hopes to attain immortality. Christianity, when you die, you go to heaven or hell. Your spirit, your spiritual self, your soul is immortal. Buddhism, you're reincarnated. Your soul is reincarnated into another living being. Your soul, immortal. Every religion is right in their own way. You believe in whatever you want to believe, but I don't believe in any specific religion. I'm open-minded to all and understand all. I'm not an atheist, but I'm not an atheist. It's kind of complicated and hard to explain, but anyway, basically, you understand this thing inside your mind and try to get a grasp of it. And what I say that is an unspoken understanding. The human mind is fixated on rules, on this reality, and we abide by those rules a lot. and when, again, humans are told they're wrong, they get all angered and flustered, blah blah blah, what have you. Right, as I explained earlier, the human mind is fixated on rules and laws to protect itself, the physical self, and there is a spiritual self, like religions explain. There's another plane that's outside of this physical reality. That's what religions kind of explain. Some, I don't think Buddhism. No, yeah, because Buddhism, because your spirit, your spiritual self, your spirit lives in a different realm, tethered to your body. So what I'm going to explain here, your spirit is tethered to your physical body, and crafting table. So your spirit's tethered to your physical body, right? Just like all religions explain. All religions state that your spirit's immortal, or hopes to attain immortality. Sorry. Anyway, basically, Jesus, I'm so tired. I'm trying to recollect on what I was talking about. So the human mind has all these rules and thoughts and it's fixated the primal brain. The spirit is not your brain. You are not your brain. The brain inside your skull is your processing, your fear, needs, wants. That's your brain. Your spirit, your spiritual self is something entirely different. And again, the human brain is tethered by rules and regulations, and that unspoken understanding I was talking about. We can't understand some things because our spirit is tethered to this body and brain, and our brain has rules and regulations according to this reality. And so it can only understand things a part of this reality. So when you are introduced to something that isn't a part of your reality, which includes doing psychedelics, our brains get confused and can't process or understand. Even though you understand something, like I talked about, you understand something in your brain, you feel like you understand something, but you can't explain it, because the human brain, we learn language and speak language, but language doesn't exist in that reality, in that plane. In that plane, it's something entirely different. Possibly the spiritual plane or whatever. Could be literally, who knows? It's hard to explain. We really don't know what it could be. Anyway, you understand, and jeez, man, I'm trying to. This is kind of hard. I want to get off like the game here and kind of talk a bit, because it's kind of hard to do two things, especially when I'm like tired as hell. Bits of information are probably hindered because of my capacity, whatever. Anyway, language. Let me just get to the main point here. Language. I have the saying, language is the chain. No, the brain is the prison, and language is the chain that tethers us to the prison. So the mind is fixated on rules and regulations, and so we can't understand those things. That's the prison. And we can't explain them either, because we have an understanding of language that follows the rules of this reality. That's the chain. in order to truly understand these things, you must first break the chain of language to break free of the prison. You must break free of your chains to then break free of the prison. And once you do that, you're on another level. You basically won't exist anymore. Because, let me give you a little, again, I don't believe in a specific religion, even things that I've theorized or come up with. DMT is another psychedelic drug that is very, very fascinating. Let me give you a little science on the brain. Inside the brain, the center of the brain, there is something called the pineal gland. Pineal, call it what you like. And in ancient texts in Egypt, they show this by an eyeball. You don't know, I don't know if you've ever seen this. It's like an eyeball. It's like, search up ancient Egypt pineal gland. Let me look it up, see if it pulls it up. Yeah, so it's like an eyeball, right? With like an eyebrow. And then it's like the symbol, and then if you look at the actual brain, it looks almost exactly the same as in the ancient text. So, it's very weird. It's also known as the third eye. If you don't know if you all knew that. The pineal gland is responsible for creating serotonin and melatonin, which melatonin helps you sleep at night, and serotonin also relates to sleep, your sleep cycle. Your pineal gland also produces a chemical compound called DMT. DMT is a psychoactive drug. In our brains, our pineal gland produces it. So think about this. Our brains would not produce something that is bad for us. Because when something's bad for us, our body, like poison, our body attacks that poison. It attacks whatever's killing or hurting our body. It attacks it and pushes it out of our system as quick as it physically can. But our brain produces DMT. And DMT, hold on, let me put it on. DMT has been seen to be released when we sleep and when we die. That's why some scientists theorize that's why we dream, because we trip. DMT is released. Anyway, that's not my point. I've done research, and a lot of people doing a high dosage, which is about the 3-hit mark of DMT. You smoke it. They go through this thing called the DMT realm. What happens is they kind of pass through this barrier, and oh my god, Terrence McKenna talks, and I've come up with my own theories, and I'm not getting deep into that either, because I could talk for hours, guys. Anyway, they go through this barrier, you can't explain it, because you can't explain something that you've never seen or exists in this reality. How do you explain that? Something that you've never seen or exists in this reality. Like, imagine something that's floating, right? And then give it a bunch of geometrical shapes that are forming, like, almost like tumors. I'm trying to imagine, like, tumors coming out of it. Not like flesh tumors, but like growths coming out of it that are also geometrical shapes that are forming in these giant complex machines of colors and patterns, and they pass through this thing called people call it a gate, the DMT gate. You pass through this barrier and you go into this realm where you meet these elves. I call them like elves, where they're like orbs. Some people see them like as orbs of energy, right? And they're hopping around. I'm like, oh my god, we're so excited to see you. We've been waiting for you for so long. Why haven't you come? And they're like jumping in and out of you, like inside of you and jumping out of you. And then they're like, and most people that smoke DMT at the 3 hit mark pass through this barrier and experience this. They all experience the same thing. Not exactly the same, but nearly the same. And they're jumping and they're happy and they're like, oh my god, finally get to meet you, finally get to see you, we missed you. And you have this feeling that you're home, that you trust these entities, even though these are like aliens, basically. You're not scared. You trust them. You feel happy. And you let them in, and you're talking, and they're like showing you like this. They're creating these machines, these geometrical patterns, like a 3-dimensional geometrical pattern coming out of a geometrical. It's really hard to explain. You can't really explain it. This is best I can explain it, guys. These crazy machine-like things, and these are like infinite colors, like colors you haven't seen, and you can't explain. It's hard to. It's anyway. It's insane. And they're like, look at what we're doing. Look what we're doing. Do what we're doing. Do what we're doing. And they're like getting in your face, and they're like, come on, do it. Come on, fucking do it. And you're like, so you're like, because you're in shock. You just smoke this DMT, and you're in this fucking realm with these entities that are jumping in and out of you and showing you these geometrical patterns that they're creating through vibration. And they're like, do what we're doing. Do what we're doing. And a rare amount of people are able to do what they're doing. What they do is they feel like this bubble inside of them, and like something comes out of them. They can do it. Only a small percentage of people have been able to do it, but people have been shown it, and sometimes they can't. Some people can't do it. I guess it just kind of has to do on the mind, how tethered you are. I don't know, something like that. Maybe not. But they're like, people are like, wow. Holy shit, and they feel at home, and they feel like they've known these entities their entire life. People have asked, how do I stay forever? And they said, you know what they always say? Multiple people have asked, not just one specific person. Dozens upon dozens upon dozens upon dozens of people have asked, how do I stay? You know what their answer always is, has always been? You must die. It does not mean suicide, people. Don't go killing yourself. Okay? They say suicide. And obviously, you can't really believe this. If you don't believe this, 100%, I'm not saying to go do it. But if you want to go try DMT, I'm not going to stop you. Just be careful. Make sure you do your research. Stay safe. Experience it for yourself. But I'm not saying do it. You shouldn't. You fucking shouldn't. Don't. But if you are going to, be careful. Okay? Experience it for yourself. And anyway, people ask, how do you stay? And they're like, you die. Right? So it just means death in general. Just say die. And the brain releases DMT when it dies. That's sus. So maybe what if the afterlife is the DMT realm? If we go there, because these entities are like, oh, we've missed you, man, blah blah blah. right? So I don't know. It's just I might be wrong. Might be right. I wasn't counting. Sorry, I'm like hyper focused. Oh, sorry. Anyway, yeah. So one of my theories: what if after we die, we go to the DMT realm because our pineal glands release DMT when we die, right? Here's the thing, people. Which is why I personally do not trust the government at all in what they say. A long time ago, 1900s, the government started putting sodium fluoride in our water. Fluoride is what is in our toothpaste. It helps protect your teeth from cavities. So the government was like, okay, we're gonna put it in our water because good for your teeth, right? People were like, okay, good with that, and then kind of forgot about it. Fluoride, it has been proven by people not part of the government, like actual scientists, not part of the government, that they debunked it. And they were like, no. If you're doing fluoride, if you're drinking fluoride, that's not doing anything for your teeth. You have to physically brush fluoride into your teeth for it to actually affect tooth decay, because it's just going to come right off. You have to physically brush fluoride into your teeth. It doesn't work like that. You can't just drink it. It doesn't help. So what scientists found is that fluoride actually calcifies. It hardens the pineal gland. Which again, the pineal gland is responsible for making your DMT. So I'm all about making sure you can get a reverse osmosis system. Pricey, very pricey, but they will take any fluoride out of your water that's bad for you, or any other minerals that are bad for you. So yeah, I tried doing that. We have a reverse osmosis system. Usually city water tends to have fluoride in it. So city water, stay away from city water, and bottled water. Drink bottled water. Bottled water is a no-no. Well water is relatively, doesn't 100% of the time have fluoride in it, but it could have natural fluoride in it because fluoride could be in the earth naturally and it could get into your system very easily. But yeah, shit's crazy. Yeah, so I just make sure stay healthy. I'm always about having a healthy body, and not even to get strong or stuff like that, because I work out, I eat healthy, try to build muscle. Right now my metabolism's so utterly high that it's really fucking hard to gain anything. That's just how my body is right now, but when I get older, it'll be easier. Anyway. Yeah, I'm all about keeping a healthy brain, stuff's good, and body. Just because, why not? Gives you energy, and you want energy. Technology's good. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed my little, talk. Again, guys, might not be right. I might be right, I might be wrong. Oh. But don't believe in everything you were told, guys. They might be wrong, but they might be right too. Go do your own research. Just don't believe everything you're told. Yeah. I hope you kind of enjoyed that little talk session there. That was a bit of much to intake, but I've taken it in. I mean, I just explained it all. It's been a while since I've recollected on that kind of stuff. Just because I took a break from that world, as I said, I started questioning my sanity because I was bending the envelope so utterly fucking far. I was listening to Terrence McKenna talks and coming up with my own theories and... Oh, man. Let me just explain this really quick. This is really hard to understand, but time is not a line. Time is a point. Past, present, future. The present is all we have, but the past and future can be created within our minds, manifested into existence, like flowing through one of many rivers, or a point on a pie, like a pie graph, or a section on a point, like a pie graph. I don't know. It goes into deeper detail. I just come up with like weird, bizarre theories. That one kind of takes a bit of explaining what I just said, for reasons I'm not going to get into because I'd be talking for another hour. But I hope you all enjoyed that little session there. Even though if you didn't, 100% believe it. Jeez, now I'm tired. Pewee. Hold up. Jeez, yeah, anyway, study things that fascinate you guys. Don't just study, don't just not study. Study things that you enjoy learning about. I've done a bit of studying quantum physics, not mechanics, or the physics part, like the science, like the mathematics part of quantum mechanics. That shit confusing. Too confusing. That's not my thing. But I studied stuff like that, and it's helped me I guess I started to learn so much that I was able to put bits of information together. I became so utterly smart that I could put puzzles together. Like, I could connect the dots, if that makes sense. Like, I would understand something and then I would find a link between these things. I would be like, whoa, those things connect. I found some dots and I connected them. I was like, that's nifty. yeah, just do some research, guys. Find some things that interest you. Because this world isn't just boring and stupid, and there's interesting things in it that you will find that are really cool, and it's good to do that stuff. Man. Oh, knees burn. I got bored quick because I am tired and can't focus anymore. Yeah, again, guys, just do things, research things that interest you. There is a beauty to this world. That you can tap into. It's a resort. It's like a bar. I think I'm gonna stop it right there. Oops. How do I... Is there a way I can make it like nighttime? If I want it to be night, so it looks cool. Holy shit, I'm tired. I was planning on trying to be funny, but too sleepy. I need sleep. I'm gonna like do one of these Johns really quick. Boop. Oh man, I'm probably gonna need all of that. Where's beacon? Bro. This is such a hindrance. Dope ass song. I like this color, purple. Now, too dark. Goes like this light purple, John. Can we go lighter? What does this do? I'm gonna just keep it like that. I'm gonna obviously make like change this up a bit, make like a open like walk area and like kind of like walk from over here to over here. I'm just gonna kind of like I'll definitely edit this a bit more, but I got like cool scenery here. That's a safety hazard. It's okay. No children are gonna be here. I'm gonna make this like a restaurant. I'm gonna add some like cool lava and I don't know. I'll do something with it. You know, like another live stream. Even though no one watches, but I don't care. Hopefully someone who is destined to learn about whatever the fuck they learned about. Just remember, guys, your destiny isn't fixated in stone. You can change it. You can change what you do. If you want to change, you are the only one who can allow and accept that change. I hope you all have a wonderful night. Merry Christmas to all. A good night.